Beautiful day here. Let's see. All right, we were online this morning for our walk and talk. We were online this morning for the sit and talk. We caught up on so many things related to AI, so happy to be here. Wanted to check in with you guys really quickly. Uh, Want to talk about some AI? That's what I like to do. So, don't really have any set topic that we're going to talk about right now. We're going to just chop it up a little bit. I just want to see what you guys are doing on this wonderful, beautiful Saturday. I'm out and about, but I wanted to hop in, make some time to talk a little bit about some of the recent updates. So, this morning we talked about AI governance. We talked about a lot of things, but one thing that I'm really really curious about, based off the conversation we've been having in the chat, a lot of folks in this community have been asking things about data centers and how data centers relate to using water. So that's what I wanted to ask you guys. Is that an issue in your community? So a lot of folks talk about NIMBY, not in my backyard. What is your view on AI data centers and water usage? Some folks feel that it's harmless. Some folks feel that it's an environmental hazard. There's mixed thoughts, and some folks lately have been talking about how it's a big deal, especially in areas that are low on water, like Arizona, Nevada, areas where it's desert land. So that's one thing I'm kind of curious about. So I'm going to do some more research so I can learn a little bit more myself, so I can speak to it knowledgeably. Because right now, of course, we know about AI, but as far as the environmental impact of AI, that's something I would definitely like to learn more about. If anyone knows about it, feel free to come in and talk about it. Let's chat about it. Other than that, outside of AI, we're just enjoying this beautiful day, hanging out a little bit, grabbing a bite to eat, meeting up friends and family, just having a wonderful, wonderful day. But like I said, I really enjoy checking in with you guys, seeing what you got to talk about. Happy that you guys are here, but we're definitely trying to figure out more about data centers as it relates to AI. So that's going to be a really good thing. Everyone that's joining in, let me know where you're coming in from. Let me know also. I'm going to run a poll. Let's start a poll. Um, are data centers, or AI data centers good? Let's see. Data centers using too much water. Yes, no, maybe so, or I don't know. All right, folks. If you have a moment, please fill out. I mean, if you have a moment, please fill out this poll. Let us know what you think. Are AI data centers using too much water? Yes, no, maybe so, or I don't know. It's been a big question lately. I think a lot of people have an interest in it. Hey, Alish, is that how you pronounce your name? I'm currently on the East Coast, United States. How about yourself? But a lot of people are asking, are AI data centers using too much water? So if you guys have a moment, please respond to the polls. I'd like to get a sense of what folks are thinking. Yes, no, maybe so, or if you just don't know. But anyway, we're out here having a great time. Beautiful Saturday. Oh, I'm tired already. It's been a long day and it's only 5:37. Meeting up with friends, meeting up with families, hanging out, enjoying the weekend. But I like tuning in. I want you guys to subscribe. I go online maybe 5 to 10 times a day, and we're talking about topics relating to AI, topics relating to IT, stocks, crypto. We used to do more. Now, so it's more AI and things like that. So I'm happy that you guys tuned in. Let me know where you're coming in from. Let me know how much you know about AI data centers using too much water and what your thoughts on it is. But once again, please like, subscribe, hang around a while. That way we can get more folks in and we can get more opinions on if data centers are using too much water or not. So that's something that's always fun to talk about. Well, AI in general is fun to talk about, but now I'm very curious about AI data centers and water, because a lot of people have come into the chat today and they're saying, "Hey, I don't like AI because AI uses too much water, and we don't want that in our neighborhood. And like I said, I'm uninformed, so I'm looking to learn more about it. I'll be doing a lot of research on that this weekend, actually, and I'll probably make a video to let you guys know what I find. So subscribe. I'll probably upload that video by Sunday night if I don't, remind me. But that's the goal. That's the game plan. So really excited. Happy to have you guys here. And yeah, like I don't know if I can send messages back on the chat. Let's see. I don't know if I can put I don't know if I can send messages back on the chat. But anyway, yeah, folks, so happy to have you guys here. Just hanging out a little bit. Want to drop in. Please subscribe. Can you tell me something? Of course, JTFTU. Tell me anything. Tell me what's on your mind, guys. All right. But yeah, folks, if you're coming in, answer the poll. Are AI data centers using too much water? And then subscribe, or you can subscribe and answer the poll. Um, JTFTU, Jesus loves you too. And thank you. I love that positivity. I love Jesus as well. So thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I'm so happy to have you guys. Thanks for the positivity. Thanks for the love. Folks, if you're in the room, we are a community. So follow the folks that comment, subscribe to their channel. If you like it, continue to watch. If you don't, you can unsubscribe. But give folks a day or two. That's how we build community. Raylan Hyde app. I'm a great man. Well, thank you. I'll take the compliment if it was directed at me, but you're a great person as well. Folks, I absolutely love being here. That's why I tune in. I love talking with you guys. The positivity from YouTube is just so amazing. I just started going live last week, and I was nervous that I didn't know what to talk about. But then I told myself, I said, I'm going to talk to you guys like I talk to my family and friends. And I just ramble all day long. As they say, I'm a yapper. I just yap, 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 yap. So that's what I'm trying to do now. I'm just talking about things that come to my mind. But AI definitely interests me, and that's why I'm looking into AI. So are AI data centers using too much water? We have 5 votes. I believe 4 of them are yeses. One is a I don't know. Wow. So for the folks that say yes, why are you saying yes? Like, how did you find out how much water is being used? And folks, also, please subscribe. I'm not begging, but I am begging. Because that's the only way, if you subscribe, that you see these random lives. India, shout out to Akshay Kolakar. I have a lot of followers from India, and I'll tell you guys why. Because when I first started this channel about a year ago, it was a global crypto and stock channel. I love talking about God. Yeah, I'll talk about God. I don't know a lot, but I'll tell you guys what I do know. Um, but yeah, so as it relates to India, we were talking about Solana, and a lot of people from India uh, came in and subscribed based off of that. But more recently, what I've been trying to do, and thanks for the encouragement, guys. Thank you, Max. I appreciate that. Um, yeah, so that's that. I can talk about God. Yeah, so I do believe that Jesus died for our sins. That's how much I do know. Um, and I'll tell you, religion is always a personal thing too, because I feel like folks have to kind of establish a connection with who they feel their creator is. But I'm always happy to share my thoughts on it as well. So, because I am a true believer, so I don't hide that. That's something that actually I'm very proud about. But going back to the topic of today, are AI data centers using too much water? We have 8 votes, mostly yes, some no, some maybe so, some I don't know. Oh, that's amazing, Raylan. You got baptized. That's so amazing. Are you in the US as well? Okay, folks. Yep. Happy to have you guys here. We're going on about 10 minutes. Excellent, excellent. That is really, really good news. Raylan, please subscribe. That way you can see when we go live and we can continue conversations. Um, Everyone, that's a big thing that I did learn about YouTube. That if we want to all stay connected, it's important that folks go live. Sorry, it's important that folks subscribe and also subscribe to other folks in this channel because it is very important for our community. That way we can stay connected until I figure out another way. But that's what I've learned with YouTube. Like I said, I just started going live last week. I try to go live at least 3 or 4 times a day, but at a minimum, you guys are going to see me on here between 9 and 11 because I'm trying to be on this health kick. And I find that my need to set aside and be intentional about walking and eating healthy. So it's one good healthy habit that I have found, which is in the morning to go for a walk, grab yogurt, and just try to play out the health thing as much as I can because positive health outcomes do really matter. But every single person that joined today, you guys matter. I'm happy to have you here. Um, so yeah, so that's pretty much where we are. Our poll is doing pretty good. I'm going to do a little bit more research so I'm more knowledgeable about the environmental impacts of AI on our community and on our world and our globe. I know there's talks about putting data centers in space, and I don't know just yet if that's going to require. No, that probably would not require water because the whole idea of water is for cooling, but in space, it's absolute zero, I believe, or something like that. Space is cold. Space is very, very cold. So you definitely do not have to cool a data center in space. But the question becomes, do you have to heat a data center in space? That, my friends, I do not know. If anyone knows, let me know though. But I'm gonna do some research this weekend because I got to get up to speed with with more information about data centers. I'm just not comfortable in my knowledge about the environmental impact of data centers. Like I understand chips and all that kind of stuff, servers, GPUs, cloud computing, but I have no idea about the environmental impact. But I'm curious about it. So I'll be looking into that. And if you guys want to see, I will have a video that will be coming out the end of this weekend. Got a lot of videos coming out this weekend. If you guys have not yet, we are working as a community on an app. It's a day labor marketplace app. It will be global eventually. But the idea is that if someone calls off from your job or you're an employee, someone calls out, it's like gig work, day labor. So it's an app that we're working on. Check out the videos, comment on how you like to see it designed. But that's one big thing we're talking about. So this kind of stuff interests you guys, by all means subscribe. We all come together, we talk a lot about AI things, but we also talk about regular life, you know. So right now we're hanging out. Today in this chat, we've talked about data centers, Jesus. Earlier chats, we talked about soccer, food. So there really is no limit to what we talk about. The videos, unfortunately, most of them will have to be on the topic of AI or tangential or parallel things like that. And that's because from what I'm learning, the AI, the algorithm is going to pull people to your page based off the topics that you talk about. So I love real estate, I also love crypto and things like that, and stocks and investing. But if I talk too much about those things, then I won't get my AI target audience. So that's one thing I am kind of concerned about. Thank you so much for the heart. It really means a lot, Raylan. But yeah, everyone else is here. Hang out for a while. Let me know what's on your mind. Talk about it in the chat. If it helps, you can go live with me and folks can talk about whatever you want to talk about. That'd be a wonderful thing. But just try to create community because, you know, learning is learning, right? You can Google and find out what you want to find out about AI, right? You don't need me. I mean, I'll inspire, I'll encourage and things like that. But at the end of the day, you don't need me for that. But at the end of the day, we are building community, and that's what it's all about. Because you can't Google community. I mean, you can Google community. If I give you a definition of it, maybe tell you where to find community at. But you can't replace community through a Google search. Or more appropriately, you can't replace community through an AI query prompt, right? Community is community. Um, Thank you so much, Raylan. You brought the positivity, and I'm just mirroring what you brought. So the positivity is coming right back at you. Happy to have you. Um, But yeah, we're just here having a fun time. You know, hop in. Sometimes you have a break in your day. We all just come together, talk a little bit. You know, I'm observing my environment. I'm near a park, so I'm kind of. If you see me looking around, I'm just like looking and feeling the day a little bit. But like I said, one joyous part of my day is coming online and connecting with you guys. Moments of positivity it means a lot. And I feel like you guys are almost like an extended family or extended friend circle. As I get to know people in the chat that come through more often, it makes me realize that, YouTube really is a beautiful thing. Like, I go on a lot of social media nowadays. I try to spend too much time on it. But some places, like, the vibration is low. Like, even if the words are positive, it's like, it's like positivity with like a lower vibration or negativity mixed in. And social media, I feel like it is what we make it. I'm a strong believer in we create the world that we live in. And I see some social media sites that I just don't want to be on because it's like overarching negative themes, or like even to move ahead and to get followers on some sites, you have to be negative. Like, and I feel like most people wake up in the morning with a good heart, a clear conscience, and they want to do the best they can possibly do. So I feel like we need to come together more and stay away from things that divide us and be more about things that unite us as people in general. So the one common theme that I think a lot of people are finding nowadays, that social media can be extremely extremely negative if you're not following the right people. There's some sites I feel like you can't even like say, hey, I'm having a good day. People are like, oh, what are you doing to have a good day? You don't have a good day. It's like I'm not sure if you guys have experienced that as well, but like I like to go to websites and be on platforms where it's positivity and an overwhelming amount of love. And my experience, having been on here actively for a week going live, is 95 to 99% of the folks on YouTube are amazing. They are positive. They're building their channel. We're all trying to build our channels. We're all trying to get subscribers. We all have a goal we want to reach, whether that be monetization, whether it just be expression or attention. But I think the biggest part that we're kind of finding is you find your tribe and you find your community when you come on a place like YouTube. And like I said, for me, this is important because I'm also working on my communication skills. I say huh, like, I say all that an awful lot. And in my regular videos, I don't say it because I use a tool called Descript. And Descript, shameless plug, right? Descript will actually remove those words, the filler words, out for you. But in live, I'm learning how to. I have never been conscious of the fact that I do say like, I probably say it 20 times a minute. But since I'm like, see, I said like again. Since I am trying to be better at that, it's really helping me to come on and go live because I can go back and see how many times I said it and see what was going on in my mind when I said it. It's like if I'm overthinking or if I lose my train of thought, maybe because I'm not eating healthy, then I find that sometimes I'll say, like, but like right now, I was about to say it, but I paused. So I'm being very intentional about choosing and selecting my words so I can be a better verbal communicator. So I say that, summarize that just to say I'm having a great time. And that's one reason why I come on here. Um, I said, again, see, I'm still working through it, guys. How they say, charge it to my head, not my heart. There we go. So, okay, folks, to recap, we have our AI data centers using too much water. We have a couple votes for yes, a little bit of votes for no, some votes for maybe so, and some votes for I don't know. And I'll tell you guys how I feel about it. So, my thoughts about it is I don't know. I have not done the research, but I feel like everyone said it. They have to be saying it for a reason, right? And what that reason is, I feel like I don't know. But I would assume that there's reason behind it. My question though is how does water usage in data centers mount up to other things in our society? So I think out of fairness to data centers, I feel like we kind of need to know that before we can go too deep on the rest of everything. But folks, if you're just joining in, please make sure you answer our poll. And there should be a button on there, maybe here, maybe here, or maybe there, but something that says something about subscribe. So if you guys could subscribe, that'd be great because that way I know for a fact you will hear next time we go live. My friends, I might have to depart. The chat is coming up on 20 minutes, and I think that's an adequate amount of time. I definitely want to tune back in again, maybe within the next hour or so. But I need you guys to subscribe so you know when I go live. I'm gonna try to take this next live at a scenic place. Maybe I'll go because I'm not too far from my neighborhood I grew up in. Maybe I'll go to a place that I used to always go when I was younger and kind of hang out. Kind of nostalgia for me, but you guys can kind of get to learn a little bit more about me and see, see what I'm all about. I feel like if you know someone's past, it's good to know their. I'm about to butcher this whole statement. I feel like if you know about someone's past, you can know more about their present and their future. That's what I was gonna say. But yeah, folks, all in all, gotta get going. Wonderful time. Please subscribe.